Shalom, this is another quick lesson real quick about what's going on in Venezuela. Now, this is still tying into the scriptures too also. That's the main thing, lining up these events with the scriptures. Something they don't want us to do, and they didn't want us to do. That's why they always had readers back in slave times, and they didn't allow us to really read them books like that. But now, this wisdom and this knowledge being poured out all over the earth. Now, I'm going to let this play, and I'm going to go into some more scriptures.
Representative for Venezuela says Moscow will pay a price for its military presence there, as sanctions are a real possibility. Russia's refusing to pull its forces out of the country following demands from President Trump.
There are things we can do in economic terms, in terms of sanctions. We have options, and that I think it would be a mistake for the Russians.
Now, see, that's the pride of these damn devils. It's the U.S. warns Russia of new sanctions over true presence in Venezuela. Hey, and the reason why they mad now, because they know they can't just go down there and create some psyop and swoop in and take the resources like they normally do, because now they got a bigger force to go up against.
To think they have a free hand here, they don't.
And the threats don't end there. U.S. National Security Advisor John Bolton has warned other nations against deploying military assets to Venezuela. He said such actions would be viewed as a direct threat to peace and security in the region, hinting on a strong response. But while Washington is all in what it says is bringing democracy to Venezuela, it seems that not many other countries are eager to follow the lead.
And you're still at 54?
Yes.
So the number is static, and you haven't had any success in convincing anyone else to join?
And that's the reason why. That's why they against this wide shit. It says in the book of Job, chapter 20, verse 27, it says, the heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. Now, you got all these different nations, man. A lot of people, they sleep. A lot of these different nations, they rising up against the U.S. and having a nuclear arm race. And guess what they aiming at?
That's right.
Two Russian military planes touched down in Venezuela in the past week, carrying around 100 troops. Moscow says their presence is allowed under an agreement struck 18 years ago with Caracas, but that hasn't satisfied Washington. President Trump says Russia should leave the country or face the consequences. The chairman of the Russian Senate's Foreign Affairs Committee says it's not for Washington to decide who should be in Venezuela.
Everything is legal, everything is transparent, and everything goes according to our bilateral agreements where no other third state like the United States of America has any right to express their opinion about how it will go on.
While Washington tries to drive Russia out of Venezuela, let's see where the US military has a presence abroad. These are some of the bases in countries hosting at least 1,000 US troops.
Now, see, this is the hypocrisy of this shit. All these bases all over the world. You got Russia come down here in Venezuela, which is where them resources that they're trying to get to. And now they want them to leave. Or talking about or else. Now I'm gonna let me jump back in the book of Job real quick before I read this. It says, because what's gonna happen is they're actually gonna fulfill a lot of this stuff. But the end of fulfilling a lot of this stuff, this is what's gonna happen. In the book of Job, chapter 20, verse 23, it says, when he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh should cast the fury of his wrath upon him and should rain it upon him while he is eating. Because they're going to get these resources, they're going to get a lot of different stuff. But these nations, they're going to come together and, hey, like the scriptures say, bend the bow and shoot at her. And who is the her? America. That's why they call America is basically synonymous with a woman. Just how they got Mother Russia and all this other stuff, Mother Africa, that's the same thing. Same way they look at Babylon, a.k.a. America.
The map doesn't include NATO bases, by the way, which also host American military personnel. And just to compare, you can see there Russia's military presence beyond its borders. 8 out of 9 encircle Russia itself, all the countries of the former Soviet Union, except, of course, for Syria. Now, political scientist Colin Cavell says the United States has no right to impose its will on other sovereign states.
It's obviously a double standard, and most of the world will see it as a double standard. They'll see it as hypocritical. They'll see it as a violation of international law for one country to assert its hegemonic dominance, influence, and ability to command and control the rest of the world, while denying any other country the ability to support its allies in other parts of the world. So yes, this is a double standard. It's hypocritical. But as we said earlier, in international relations, when you assert something, you have to back it up. So, to the extent the U.S. can back up its hegemonic dominance, then the world will pay attention. But right now, the world is paying attention, and they're seeing the U.S. cannot back up its hegemonic dominance. It is losing out in Syria. It is losing out in South America. It is losing influence in many, many regions of the world.
Yeah, that's because people finding out about this shit.
It can back up its hegemonic attention.
Now it says in the book of Isaiah, chapter 2, verse 12, it says, "For the day of the Lord, Yahweh of hosts, shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up, and he should be brought low." And it's also got another precept to go back to the book of Job. So let me go back into that, because I was going to end it on the scripture, but I might as well bring that up. Let's see. 40 and... It says in 40 and 11, say, "Cast abroad in the rage of thy wrath, and behold everyone that is proud, and abase him." Hey, and that's what these other nations doing. They're abasing America. They trying to pull out. They don't want to do no deals, no trading, none of that stuff. And I'm going to pull one more scripture. The book of Job 24 and 4. Hold on, bear with me. Just want to make a valid point on this real quick. Now it says 24 and 4. But yeah, I'm going to just start at verse 1. Just going to go into it even more. It say, "Why seeing times are not hidden from the Almighty? Do they that know him not see his days? Some remove the landmarks. They violently take away the flocks and feed thereof." Hey, and who that sound like? It says they drive away the ass, which is talking about a donkey. For some people who want to be simple, they say of the fatherless. They take the widow's ox for a pledge. They turn the needy out of the way. The poor of the earth hide themselves together. Behold, as wild asses in the desert, go they forth to their work, rising betimes for a prey. The wilderness yieldeth food for them and for their children. They reap everyone his corn in the field, and they gather the vintage of the wicked. They say they cause the naked to lodge without clothing, and they have no covering in the cold. They are wet with the showers of the mountains, and embrace the rock for want of shelter. They pluck the fatherless from the breast, and take a pledge of the poor. And that's what these damn Edomites been doing all over the whole earth. I'll read on some more. It said they cause him to go naked without clothing. They take away the sheep from the hungry, which make oil within the walls, and tread their wine presses, and suffer thirst. It said men groan from out of the city, and the soul of the wounded crieth out. Yet Yahweh layeth no folly to them. They are of those that rebel against the light. They know not the ways thereof, nor abide in the paths thereof. It said the murderer rising with the light killeth the poor and the needy, and in the night is as a thief. And that's exactly talking about the wicked. And who else is the wicked? The border of wickedness, Esau, these Edomites. Now you go on some more, it says, "The eye also of the adulterer waited for the twilight, saying, No eye shall see me, in disguise of his face. In the dark they dig through houses," which they literally do, because they digging them underground bunkers and stuff, where you hear a lot of banging and booming going on underground and earthquakes and stuff, because they trying to hide out. It said, "For the morning is to them even as a shadow of death. If one know them, they are in the terrors of the shadow of death. He is swift. He is swift as the waters. Their portion is cursed in the earth. He beholdeth not the way of the vineyards. Drought and he consumed the snow waters. It says, so doth the grave those which have sinned. I'm going to read on some more, I'm going to just end this off. It said, the wound shall forget him, the worm shall feed sweetly on him. He shall be no more remembered. The wickedness shall be broken as a tree. It's talking about these Edomites. Once again, it says, he evil entreateth the barren that beareth not, and doeth not good to the widow. And you can look into that, just basically says praise upon him. That's why you have like stuff like the Planned Parenthood, the other abortion clinics, these Plan B pills, all that different shit like that, child support. You go down to verse 22, it says, he draweth also the mighty with his power, he riseth up, and no man is sure of life. Cause hey, you can go outside any moment. And the schemes and stuff they got going on, they got police killing people every day. They spraying chemtrails, fluoride in the water, GMO foods. That's why I say no man is sure of life. It says, when you go into verse 23, it says, though it be given him to be in safety, whereon he resteth, his eyes are upon their ways. It says, they are exalted for a little while, but are gone and brought low. They are taken out of the way as all other, and cut off as the tops of the ears of corn. And if it be not so, now, who will make me a liar, and make my speech nothing worth? Because, hey, they're going to be brought low, man. All this shit they've been doing. And the scripture say the Most High is long suffering. So they think shit's sweet. Like, oh, we still getting away with all this stuff. Ain't nobody doing nothing. Oh, that book, that ain't gonna mean nothing. They just wrote that. Well, meanwhile, they're in a big trick bag. So call all your high by Hashem Yahushua and Shalom.